We dog break them. Although one dog is not listening and not coming with me. Ty, I guess. They know the calves are coming off. Do you think you worked hard? Do you think you worked hard? Sorting this morning. Hey! There's what? Oh. Do you think you worked hard? Do you think you worked hard? I don't know. I think you worked pretty hard. What do you think, bud? Ty. Clifford, what are you doing with your feet? These girls crack me up. They heard the tractor. We put the tractor over here behind us. And it's running and they can hear it. Ty and I in the four-wheeler and Mike in a four-wheeler are gonna go gather them. But I'm not real sure there's gonna be much gathering, although there are a lot still scattered out. Come on! Come on! They already got fed once this morning too. So most of the time when we gather cattle, we do it horseback. But because it is just Mike and I today, Dustin's out hauling cattle down in Nebraska, it is going to be the two of us on four-wheelers and Ty. And honestly, Ty makes up for about, I don't know, 3 or 4 people easily. These are our spring calvers, and we moved them from one pasture into this one yesterday before the snow. There's some behind me you can't see. We'll sort tomorrow, get calves off. We're gonna sell the steers, hold the heifers, and maybe go through the heifers later, we'll see. We always just have to play it by ear on market. They are being royal turds. Should have brought horses. Ty's getting the tuchus worked off of him. Let's go, ladies, seriously. Come by. Maybe videoing into the sun isn't the best idea, huh? Kind of being turds tonight. This afternoon, I guess. They know the calves are coming off. Pros and cons of four-wheelers I'm reminded of today. Pro, you can cover a lot of country. Searching, cover a lot more country fast. Way faster anyway, I should say. Cons, you can't hold on a decent conversation with the other person you're with. Not that Mike and I have been beside each other hardly at all. Pro, my knee doesn't hurt as bad afterwards. Con, my shoulders sure do. So I guess everything in life is a trade-off, right, Ty? Also, one of the cons, Ty doesn't work as well off of a four-wheeler as he does off of a horse. Guess he told her, huh? Not in the most professional manner, but he did. Hey, girls, hip! Let's go, ladies! Pick them up and go home! Oh gosh, I hope they're bigger than you tomorrow for the most part. You're going in the little pen. Oh, you have no idea how hard this is to do this with gloves on. But it's pretty cold. Pretty stinking cold. That's the other thing, the other con about four-wheelers. Your thumb just dang near freezes. And I have pretty good gloves on. But it's about 10 degrees right now. Watch your Ty. We're almost there though. Almost there, girls. Come on. Let's go, ladies. Tractor now. Mike already unrolled a bunch actually over the hill. He just used the tractor as bait. Some of these are just being pills tonight. Absolute pills. I don't know what their deal is. And now they're up here hung up on this tractor, which was great bait in the beginning, and now they're not realizing that the hay is on the other side. I don't know if I can really get this whole videoing on a four-wheeler thing down. With a gloved hand to boot. Should have just used the tractor to like go gather them with. Oh my gosh. Yeah. They are being ridiculously easy now. This poor old stifled cow, she's gonna go. Not this week, but she'll go next week. Yeah, I'm gonna make you seasick watching this off this dang four-wheeler. That's thanks to Gopher Mounds, Prairie Dog Hills. God bless them. We run split bunch, as I've said this many times, but this is our spring bunch. And then we have a fall bunch. We're split pretty evenly just down the middle. We've kept more replacement heifers for spring lately, so we're going to be a little higher count in the spring, but we're going to have some of these to cull. Some of these old girls, like this one right here, is going to need culled. She's got a stifled hip, which just means her hip has been knocked out, and so she needs to be done. Winters are hard here in South Dakota, and so she will go and serve her final purpose, but she has had a good life and she's been taken well care of while she's been here, and that is always our goal, is to take the absolute best care right up till the time they go to the processing plant for whichever. A lot of times, you know, with calves, our spring calves, here, all these calves on here are gonna go, these are called feeder calves, and they will go into, a lot of times, a feedlot. Sometimes they go in a backgrounding situation like what we do. For other people, a lot of times we will background heifers, or sometimes even steers that people want to just, they don't want to put in a feedlot right away, and then they'll go on to a feedlot later at some point or another, depending on, you know, the buyer and when, all that kind of stuff. They will go into a feedlot eventually. These are all going to be steers we're selling tomorrow. And sorry, I'm trying to work and talk. It's kind of challenging. Anyway, the steers are going to go into a feedlot. They will be used for your steaks, hamburgers, that kind of stuff. Cull cows are generally used for dog food, that type of thing. I know a lot of times people don't want to think about where their meat comes from, but it's super important actually. And I'm really blessed that I grew up knowing this, even to the point that a lot of times we named our calves that we were going to end up butchering, because, you know, we raised them as kind of like, either not our bottle calves usually, but, you know, the one that you kept, you always named it. A lot of times when I was a kid, you would be like, oh, I'm eating such and such today. And part of that is just showing respect to the animal too. So we show respect from the time they're born and until they're on your plate. You know, that's our best thing, is that they have the best possible life they can have, and serve out their purpose here. Oh my gosh, my dog. There we go. And there's Ty. He's serving his purpose well today too. And he loves his job. Loves his job. So people do things differently. Some people retain ownership of their calves all the way from the time they're born until they're butchered. The whole bunch. It can go from little bunches to big bunches. Some people like us sell as feeder calves, and then we will, oh my gosh, my dog, sorry, he's doing something goofy. Like for us, because of the way our operating expenses and all that, we kind of have to sell steers. We don't have a choice. We thankfully are in a position finally, after a lot of years, where we can hold heifers, but we've had to work our tail ends off to be able to get to that point, and we are really grateful we didn't give up. We had, our banker told us, I may have said this before, when, I don't know, Mike and I have been together 30 some years now. Yeah, we've been ranching together 30 years, married 28, and he told us one time, well into, I don't even know how many years we've been ranching together, and he said, you know, people don't do this. They don't buy cows and land at the same time and make it work. And I said, boy, I'm glad you didn't tell me this when we started. I'd have probably given up. So, whew. So these girls are going to stay here tonight. We brought them one pasture closer yesterday, and then brought them this pasture closer tonight, and then in the morning they'll go in the corral and we'll sort cows off, and steers and heifers separate. So sorting this morning, getting ready. Steers are going to go up here, heifers in that pen. Heifers have bangs tags already, which makes it super nice. I'm watching a gate, so it's a little hard to get up above the action. But they're sorting cows out of that pen. Coming down this alley. Out there. I gotta catch any calves they might miss. Hopefully they won't miss any. That'd be really nice. Let's go, old lady. I've shared this before, but see how this has our load and chute on the bottom and then another one on the top. It's for when we have sheep pots come and they're 4 decks. So you just roll that down and the back end rolls down, and that way you can load clear on the very, very, very top. It's not a lot of fun, but you know, it's super helpful if you need it. And this depends on who you're talking to. My son calls it Barney, his truck. I call it the purple people eater. Purple Pete, can't beat it. Okay, I'm not gonna lie though, we're gonna get him some floor mats because the purple shag, I don't know. I'm not super excited about the purple shag. He's been driving, and then the purple stick shift. He did shorten that one, it was really long. But he's been gone, a couple days. He actually didn't get home till early this morning to load out our own. He also really wants to, this visor up here, wow, there's just not much vision there. So that needs to be shortened big time. You don't have much windshield. So what you do have is broke. And he's putting on 8,000 to 10,000 miles a month. So here's the heifers we're gonna keep. Well, we won't keep them all, but we're gonna feed them for a while. They're a couple lightweight steers. So they'll get weaned today too. The horses will have to come out of there, of course. They're just in there out of the way for now. Heifers are always so froggy. So Mike calls them froggy. Look it up, time to go. Hi, kids. These girls will bawl for a couple days. They're gonna stay in here and hopefully fill their bellies up, but they'll do a lot of pacing back and forth down this lane because they know their calves are down there. Well, they're not all down there, but they can hear calves down there because of the heifers. Well, here we go, headed into the sale. Mike had to take a load of calves for a neighbor to a different sale barn. Justin dropped ours off and then is headed on to Colorado with another load of calves. So I guess I'm gonna come represent us in the sale barn. I've got lots of like grounding oils on right now and said all the prayers. So quick update from sale day yesterday. I feel like we're kind of a broken record the last few years. My comment is always, they sold well for the market. I wish I could be like, oh my gosh, the market is on fire. It was amazing. Super happy with Gordon Livestock. They did a great job. Gosh, I'm just so happy to work with a sale barn that gets behind their producers and helps them out the best they can. Cannot say enough good about Tom Tines over there. But it is one of those things, he can't control the market. It is what it is. And they did really well for what the market is. And we're really super proud of the beef we produce. And now we just get to focus on the heifers that we have here weaned. So these are the heifers we're keeping. And a few, there's 6 scrubby steers, I call them. They just didn't fit the package. And so what we'll do is keep them here in the corral for probably close to a week. Let them get the ball out, and I'll start working dogs on them just so that they're dog broke before they go to pasture. Just makes it easier to handle them. That's a huge part of why we like Capon replacement heifers too, is that you know, we grain them through the winter, we dog break them. Although one dog is not listening and not coming with me, Ty, he's watching Rams. They get used to being around people and people handling them, dogs handling them. It makes it so much easier in general to work with them throughout their life. So one of the things I get reminded of a lot in our ranching lifestyle, and especially when it's time to sell and stuff, is how much faith this all requires and how many times I drop the ball. You know, I even had Bible study last night and I was just gonna skip out on it because it had been a pretty rough day. And the calves sold well for what the market, again. I was gonna skip it just because I was feeling like a little, just a little discouraged. Part of it is because I had dropped the ball when it came to faith. I just was like, Lord, I didn't trust you. I didn't trust you again. And it's frustrating for me. Dang it. But grace, sweet, sweet grace to pick it up and do it again today. What do you think the odds are he gets it exactly right the very first time? He's pretty dang talented. Look at that thing of beauty there. See what the heifers think. Oh, him too, actually. But About to turn the heifers in on it. Hope they're as excited about it as I am. Go eat your grain. You bugger. First time on a feed bunk. And most of them went right to it. It helps that this calf here lived here all summer and the rams are helping. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, I would so appreciate it if you'd hit like, leave us a comment, ask a question. I love educating on ag and ranch lifestyle. Hit subscribe if you haven't. You don't want to miss out because I don't know what I'm doing next week. So come along for the surprise and then maybe watch another video and share it with a friend. That'd be awesome. Thanks.